This training video provides the overview and installation steps for the Avigilon Alta H6A Pan, Tilt, Zoom Cloud camera. This camera connects directly to Alta Video, the Avigilon Cloud Video Management System. The Alta H6A PTZ camera effortlessly secures large sites while offering real-time control and long-range detail indoors and out. The Alta H6A PTZ cloud-native cameras are available in 2-megapixel or 4-megapixel versions. These cameras are available as indoor or outdoor models, with a range of data retention options. This camera covers large areas with expansive 360-degree views and up to 30 times zoom, making it the perfect cloud-native camera for parking lots and shopping malls. Important safety information is detailed in the camera installation guide. The installation guide can be downloaded from the Avigilon website. Before installing the camera, you should familiarize yourself with the installation guide and the series of supplementary videos. The various mounting options allow this camera to be installed in numerous environments for maximum versatility. This training video will overview the steps to install the outdoor pendant wall mount option. Other installation options are overviewed in the installation guide. Adding Avigilon Alta cloud-native cameras to the Alta Video software may be done before unboxing the camera or after the camera has been mounted. Before unboxing, connect to the Alta Video software using the Alta key or the QR code on the box as shown here. For detailed instructions on adding a camera to Alta Video using the Alta key or QR code, refer to the Add Cameras by QR code or Alta key video. For installation of the pendant camera, the pendant wall mount and mounting template are required and may be purchased separately. Ensure the packages are intact and there are no signs that the camera has been dropped or scratched. Ensure the camera package includes the Alta H6A PTZ camera, a pendant backbox, a lower dome, a dome drive, a 16-pin terminal block, a 2-pin terminal block, a T20 power bit pin-in Torx, a grommet piercing cap, a lock nut, and Teflon tape. The installation also requires tools and materials not included in the package. Ensure an appropriate tool for cutting the entry hole in the mounting surface, a power drill, tongue and groove pliers, a Cat5e Ethernet cable, an RJ45 connector, and an RJ45 crimp tool are available. The following optional parts may be required: a mini or precision flathead screwdriver, 24 to 30 American wire gauge, 16 to 20 American wire gauge, and 4 5/16 to 3/8 diameter fasteners appropriate for the wall mounting substrate. Let's take a look at the pendant wall mount first. Next, let's overview the steps to install the pendant wall mount. Determine where the cables will enter the pendant wall mount. When installing the pendant backbox, the cables for the camera can be accessed either through an entry hole at the rear of the pendant wall mount or from an external conduit pipe using the 3/4 inch NPT pipe entry hole on the bottom of the pendant wall mount. Let's review the steps to install the pendant wall mount through an entry hole at the rear of the mount. Use the mounting template to drill 4 mounting holes into the mounting surface. Next, drill the cable entry hole into the mounting surface. Then, pull the required cables through the cable entry hole. Place the pendant wall mount on the mounting surface and screw it in using the user-supplied screws. Then pull cables through. In the following segment, let's install the pendant wall mount using the pipe entry hole. Use the mounting template to drill 4 mounting holes into the mounting surface. Next, apply thread seal tape to the pipe conduit. Pull the cables through the pipe conduit. Then, pull the cables through the pendant wall mount. Screw the pipe into the entry hole. Next, let's look at the pendant back box. Next, the steps to attach the pendant back box to the wall mount adapter are reviewed. First, remove the grommet in the back box. Next, screw the lock nut into the back box as shown. Use the tongue and groove pliers to tighten the lock nut. Apply the supplied Teflon tape to the threads shown here. Ensure the tape is applied 3 to 5 times around the threads. Then, feed the RJ45 cable through the grommet. The RJ45 cable may or may not be terminated. Note that the RJ45 cable must first be fed through the grommet. 2 grommet holes are the same size, and the third is smaller. This third smaller hole is for the power cable. Use the other 2 holes for either of the 2 cables. Feed an already terminated Ethernet cable through the grommet using the grommet piercing cap. If the grommet piercing cap is not used, then the Ethernet cable must be terminated with an RJ45 connector after being passed through the grommet. Next, terminate the pair of power cables to the supplied 2-pin removable header with screw-down terminals. Then, terminate the multi-wire cable bundle to the supplied 16-pin removable header with push-in terminals. For more information on this topic, consult the installation guide. Once all cables are fed through the grommet and terminated, feed the entire bundle through the back box and seat the grommet in place. Next, screw the pendant back box into the wall arm and tighten it as shown. Then, connect the cables to the power supply board's printed circuit board assembly inside the bottom of the back box, highlighted here. Connect the RJ45 cable to the network port here. Connect the cable for auxiliary power in this port if external power is used. If external input or output devices are part of the installation, connect the I/O cable here. Once the pendant back box is installed, the dome drive must be mounted to the back box. Let's take a look at the dome drive next. Located here is the serial sticker. The Alta key and QR code are highlighted and may be used to connect to the Alta video software. For detailed instructions on adding a camera to Alta video using the Alta key or QR code, refer to the Add Cameras by QR code or Alta key video. In the following segment, let's overview the steps for installing the dome drive in the back box. Lift the dome drive into the back box. Then snap the dome drive into the back box and secure it by fastening these 3 screws. Once the back box is installed, the dome cover must be installed next. Avigilon recommends that the camera be connected first before installing the dome cover. For more information, see the installation guide. Next, let's overview the camera's lower dome. The following segment will overview the steps to secure the dome cover. First, attach the lanyard to secure the lower dome. There is a post on the back box that the lanyard is bolted to. Next, hold the lower dome in place and fasten these 2 screws. Note that the lower dome has captive screws, so they will hang from the trim ring but will not fall off. Then, remove the protective cover on the outside of the dome bubble. Note that the protective cover is not shown previously, but should be kept on the camera. If the device no longer functions as expected, it may be reset to its factory default settings. Refer to the supplementary video or the installation guide for in-depth instructions on resetting the camera to factory default settings. Once the camera has been reset, screw the dome cover back into place. Redundant power with seamless failover is available on the PTZ camera. Seamless failover allows the camera to transition between power over Ethernet and auxiliary power sources without interrupting camera operation. This is mainly useful if you want redundant power sources, so power will be available if one power source goes down. The auxiliary power source takes priority in providing power. Note that seamless failover is only guaranteed when the above specifications are met. For more information on cable connections, see the installation guide. This completes the overview and installation steps for the Avigilon Alta H6A PTZ cloud camera.